Today is Build a Tower
Day.
Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday too, isn't it?
It is Terrific Tuesday, I think.
Maybe we should have some terrific tacos on Tuesday while we build towers.
I like that. That's a lot of T words.
Well, me and Miss Christy, we're building towers, as you can see with our blocks here at preschool. Which one is taller?
This
Ding,
one
ding, ding, ding.
or this one?
Or mine. Well, I thought I'd get creative and use different kinds of blocks, but there's a problem. As you can see, these are curvy. So now, when I want to put something on top, like this, whoa, oh, and I move it this way, whoa, it goes that way. It's like a teeter-totter. It's not sturdy. Miss Christie's is sturdy.
I went with rectangular blocks in different sizes and added a few rounds because I wanted to build mine super tall. And Miss Jennifer, I noticed, went with some different shapes. So there's lots of different ways that we could build with our blocks and towers and be creative, and we can't wait to see what you guys did at home.
I know. Please send us your pictures of your towers at home. And you can make towers out of anything, not just blocks.
Yes. If you haven't seen it yet, me and my kids, we made a tower out of toilet paper and paper towels.
That's a fun idea. That would be great. I know Tavin made one already, and Henry. So please send us your pictures and we'll post them so all your friends can see. Watch this. Oh,
All right,
there
and I
goes
know all my friends
tower.
like this one. Plug your ears.
Fun. Come join us. It's the letter W this week, so come and join us.
Lots of walking and wobblies.
Walking, walking. Hi, friends. Here we go in our classroom. Boy, do we miss you. We really wish you could be right here in front of us to work on our new letter of the week. Week.
W.
W.
Good one.
Oh,
And W with your fingers.
look at that.
Look at that.
Look. Big capital letter W and little lowercase w look alike. This might be a little easier to draw this week, huh? Just one is bigger and one is smaller. Christy, how many sticks do we need to make a W?
I say 4. I think we need 4 sticks.
4.
And I've got them right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you know what I noticed, friends, about a W is if you turn it upside down, it's 2 V's stacked next to each other. So this letter should be really
Wait,
easy.
that looks like another letter we learned.
For you guys.
The letter M. And yes, we learned the letter V last week. Just hide one side. Boom, there's our V. Hide this side. There's another V. I hope you have some fun practicing that one at home. Because there's lots of words that start with the letter W. Can you do that with your fingers?
They could go on a scavenger hunt at home, Miss Jennifer, and find things at home that start with the letter W. Like
Good idea.
water bottle.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
Watermelon. Do you have watermelon at your house? I saw it at the grocery store. What else?
I see a wagon. Ooh, I bet you guys might have a wagon at home. Go for a walk around the block in your wagon.
We could pull this wagon and look, I could put my whale in my wagon. Yee, this is fun. Even the worm could fit in your wagon. I was weeding, another W word,
Yes.
in my backyard with all my kids yesterday. And guess what we saw? 2 newts. Do you remember those animals?
Wow.
They look like a lizard. They have 4 legs and they love the water. Saw 2 of them. I saw a caterpillar, I saw a slug, I saw, what else?
Any snails?
Did not see a snail.
Wow, you're so lucky.
I know. Lot of roly-polies though. That was fun. So go dig in the dirt in your backyard. And guess what? With all the rain, these little animals come crawling out.
Yes.
You'll be amazed at what you'll find.
Lots of worms. Look under the rocks. They like to hide.
Mm-hmm. And, oh, I wonder, does your mom or dad have a watch that tells time?
I don't.
I don't either. No, but I've seen some of our friends. I think Teddy has a watch. Isn't that right? I think, Teddy, you do have a watch at home. That was pretty cool. Maybe Kepler?
Branson?
Branson?
Trying to remember. Friends, you have to help us out. One friend had, a couple friends actually had watches that they wore to school. And they were really cool.
Let us know if you have a watch at home, too.
Yeah.
We have some new animals for this week, too. Oh, week. There's so many W words.
They are.
Mm-hmm. Let's check out what our animals are this week. Oh, oh!
Oh!
Here's one. This one's called a wolf.
Oh, you know what I heard, Miss Jennifer? Is that at 8 o'clock every night in Petaluma in our community, children are going outside and howling like wolves to show their support for all the doctors and nurses that are having to work.
Wow.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of posts about that, so I'm wondering if any of my friends are participating in that. I haven't heard any in my neighborhood yet, but we're going to go out tonight and listen at 8 o'clock.
I would love to howl like a wolf at 8 o'clock at night, so I think I'm going to do that tonight with my kids. That would
Bella's
be
shaking
fun.
her head. She's going to be joining her mom.
Wolves can be found all over the world. There's another W. Wow, that was kind of hard to say. Here's a picture of our world. And this wolf lives all around it. Now, cool thing about wolves is that they also live in different environments. You can find them in the desert where it's hot, hot, hot. Or it could be in the cold, snowy weather. In the grasslands. And they like to live everywhere. God made them so that they can live in different environments, which is really pretty special. Now, the biggest wolves in the world come from Alaska, and they could be 200 pounds.
What?
Biggity big. We're talking up here. So, they only live to be 10 years old. That's not for very long. And they love to live in packs. That's like a family.
I wonder if wolves age like dogs. So they say an average dog is like 1 year equal to 7 years of a human life. So then the wolf would really be 70 and not 10.
That's true.
So I wonder.
My dog is 9 years old. And you have to times that by 7. That's a lot.
Yeah.
So he's not really 9. So this one here, they are carnivores, which means they like to eat meat. They don't want the vegetables, they want the meat. So they eat deer, elk, even a moose. Whoa.
Moose
Wolves.
are huge.
Yeah. Now this new friend here is a
Woodpecker.
woodpecker. And woodpeckers are pretty funny because they use their very, very strong beak to knock on wood all the time. They're actually making holes. But it's pretty amazing. They do that really fast and really hard to put a hole in the tree. Can you imagine how much work that must be?
It's a lot of work.
Work. That's another W word. So they are super fast at it, and they have air pockets in their brain. Think now what? So air, little pockets in their brain so that they don't get headaches. Have you ever had a headache before?
Yes.
I have. Doesn't feel good. And if I were to bang my head against the wood like that, I probably would get a headache. But not the woodpecker. God created his little special head different so that he wouldn't get a headache. God was very caring in that idea. They build their nests in trees from the large holes that they create. So, and they lay 3 to 5 eggs at a time. That's amazing. Woodpecker.
What do they do with the holes that they make in the tree, Miss Jennifer?
Well, then they make nests in there. So it's kind of like their little shelter. Just like we have a shelter at our house, right? We are a shelter in place. We hang out in our houses. They hang out in the holes in the trees. So they'll bring little sticks and branches.
I wonder if they try and get the insects that live in the trees when they're pecking the holes.
Yes, they do love bugs.
Yeah.
I bet they do find all those little bugs in the trees. Here's a funny looking guy. Look at that guy.
Oh my gosh, a walrus! I've seen him at Six Flags.
Oh, yes. You can train them to do tricks.
They're pretty smart.
Now, walruses live in the Atlantic and Pacific Ocean. So here's our ocean right here. They live out there. And over here, there's Petaluma, remember, right? So live out in the oceans here and here. Now, they have really thick skin so that they can sleep, or swim rather, in the cold waters. Doesn't have to be warm. They can go in the cold waters. Do you like to go in the cold water?
Yes. If you ever played in the ocean, you guys know how cold it is. Miss Christy, when I go in there, I feel like my foot is going to fall off because it's so cold sometimes. So,
Oh, no, thank you for me. I like it warm.
I would need a wetsuit.
A wetsuit! Hey! So walruses like to eat snails, worms,
Snail.
all found in the water,
Ah.
squid, fish, and octopus.
Oh.
They like to eat those guys.
Wow.
They're very social and they like to live with a big family all together. Just kind of like us. We like to be with all our family too. All right. Now, this guy's funny too.
Warthog.
A warthog. Have you ever seen that movie, The Lion King? There's a warthog in that movie and he sings and is super silly. I've seen him. He's funny.
I've seen a real one at the Oakland Zoo. They have a special area with a warthog there.
Wow.
So when it's safe to go, that would be a really good outing to go if you haven't been there yet.
The zoo. I love the zoo. So the warthog lives in Africa. Do you remember where Africa is on the world map?
Far away.
Here we are. To get to Africa, we have to fly right here to Africa. We could take a boat. It would take a long time. But we can't walk there. No, we can't walk on water. Only Jesus could do that. So we have to take an airplane for the most part to Africa. That's where like zebras and elephants, those are all his friends too. Now this warthog has 2 small tusks. That's what God gave him for protection. So if there's a big mean animal around, he's got protection in those 2 tusks. They also help to dig because they eat the bugs they find under the ground.
I'm noticing a lot of these animals like to eat bugs.
I know.
That's crazy.
Have
that
you
they
ever
would
had
do
a
that.
bug?
I think I have tried an ant before.
Oh.
They're kind of peppery.
Yeah.
And I've tried escargot, which is a snail. I did it once. I don't think I will try it again. But it had lots of garlic and butter on it, so.
Don't do that at home, kids.
Yes.
We'll save it all for the warthog so he can have something to eat. And our very last animal is the wildebeest. Now this guy, he's also found in Africa, along with the warthog. Pretty cool. Now, he does not eat meat. Only grass for that guy. Does not care for meat. And what's kind of cool about them is that they can feel thunderstorms coming. God gave them this feeling like, oh, there's thunderstorms afar. So they'll travel for miles towards the thunderstorms because that means there's rain. And when there's rain, that means new grass is growing.
And water.
And water.
W.
So they'll travel a long ways to go to where they can find food. The wildebeest. Gotta watch out though. Sometimes they have stampedes where they all are running at the same time. Makes a loud thundering noise so all the animals can scatter away to make room for the wildebeest.
I wonder if that was the same stampede that was in The Lion King.
Oh,
When they came through that canal? I don't know, friends. You have to help us out sometimes, but I'm thinking it's the same animal. Maybe that might be a movie to watch if it's okay with Mom and Dad.
maybe. That would be fun to
It
watch.
definitely has a warthog in it.
The wildebeest. Well, friends, that's our letter W. So I have a special story for you, and then we will see you next time.
Ooh, Miss Jennifer, I noticed you have a number on the carpet.
Oh yes.
What is that? It looks like a 2 and a 4? A 2 and a 5.
No, Miss Christie.
I really need some help. A 2 and a 2?
No, Miss Christie.
Maybe. Okay, let me think. A 2, circle it. 23. A 3.
3. 2 and a 3. 23.
That's an awfully
Friends.
high number.
We have learned 23 letters already this year. You guys have learned so much already. We only have 3 more to go. I wonder what they are. 23. And friends, speaking of numbers, I was looking on our calendar and guess what? Today is the last day of March. We're going to say bye-bye, March, after today. And today is the 31st. 3 and 1. That's a high number. I wish you guys were here to help me count. March 31. So,
Well, maybe we can do it together.
we could.
Here, there's a pointer. All right, guys, ready?
Let's
Count
do it
with
together.
us.
Ready?
Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh my gosh, here we go. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31.
Woohoo! We did it! That's great! Good job!
That is a lot of numbers to say.
It is. So I picked a story for our letter W, and it's called Where the Wild Things Are. Kind of one of my favorites. It's really silly. So you got to use your imagination on this one. Ready? Here we go.
I love this story. I used to read it to my kids all the time.
Aww. The night Max wore his wolf suit. Hey, wolf. And made mischief of one kind. Max, if you can see in the picture, is nailing the sheets against the wall. Are we supposed to nail things to the wall without a grown-up? No. And another. What's he doing, Miss Christie?
Oh my gosh, he's running down the stairs chasing his dog. He's all rah.
With a fork in his hand. Silly Max. His mother called him Wild Thing. And Max said, I'll eat you up. So he was sent to bed without anything to eat. Doesn't look happy.
I bet you he was hungry, Miss Jennifer.
I think so. But we're supposed to show our mom and dad's respect.
Yes.
And that didn't happen. So that very night in Max's room, a forest grew. Trees grew up, covered his ceiling. I can see the moon. What's happening? And it grew and grew. Now I see more trees and bushes and leaves and grass on the floor. What is this room turning into?
I think a jungle.
And it grew until a ceiling hung with vines, and the walls became the world all around. goes.
Sounds like a great adventure.
I know. And an ocean tumbled by with a private boat just for Max. And he sailed off through the night and day. Where's he going?
I hope he makes it.
And in and out of weeks and almost a year to where all the wild things are. Ooh, he looks wild. Said Max.
That's a long time out at sea, Miss Jennifer.
And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars. Roar! And gnashed their terrible teeth. Roar! And rolled their terrible eyes. Roar! And showed their terrible claws. Show us your claws. Till Max said, "Be still." And he tamed them with the magic trick of staring into their yellow eyes without blinking once. And they were scared. And they called him the most wild thing ever.
That's hard to do. Can you keep your eyes open and not blink?
Nope, I have to blink. And they made him the king of all wild things. And they gave him a crown. And they all bowed down to King Max.
Ooh.
And now, King Max says, let the wild rumpus begin. That means a party. And there they were, dancing and singing and having so much fun. Oh, what a great time they were having. All the wild things. Hanging from the trees. Being like a monkey. That's silly. And they're marching along and him on their backs, acting like the king, and off they went.
They
To
look
continue
like
to be
having
wild.
So much fun. Making new friends.
Very cool. Now stop, said Max. And he sent the wild things off to bed without their supper. And Max, the king of all the wild things, was lonely. And he wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. Then all around, from far away across the world, he started to smell something good to eat. So he gave up being king of where the wild things are. Why do you think he stopped the play? I don't know.
I think he missed his mom. I think he
That's a
misses
good
his
guess.
bedroom, his family.
It's fun to have fun with all your friends, but there's a time to be home with your family. I agree. I think you're right. But the wild things cried, "Oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up. We love you so. Please don't go." But Max said no. And he waved goodbye. The wild things roared their terrible roars, roar, and gnashed their terrible teeth, and rolled their terrible eyes, and showed their terrible claws. But Max stepped into his private boat and waved goodbye. Goodbye, friends. See you later. Time to go home. Hold on. So he sailed back over a year, in and out of weeks, and through a day. On off he goes. And into the night of his very own room, where he found his supper waiting for him. Aww.
And it doesn't look like a jungle anymore, Miss Jennifer.
His room went back to where it was. That was nice. And his mommy gave him his supper after all. And it was still hot, it says. I like that story.
I do too.
I like being home too. I know we're home a lot these days, but it's kind of nice to be with your family. You know, God blessed us and created us, and He gave us our moms and dads, our brothers and sisters, our children, and we get to pray that this time is very special. So don't forget to give mom a big hug and dad a big hug, and if you have brothers or sisters, them hugs too, because God loves you, and we are to love our family so much.
Yes.
Enjoy this time. Have fun with you. But we miss you.
Yes.
We do miss you.
Definitely.
We can't wait to
You
play.
do have great
after school.
opportunity for quality time. Play some games. Take advantage of it.
So hey, thanks for the names. And we're getting lots of names for our hummingbird. We're going to be taking a vote real soon.
Yes.
But I've got all these names written down. So we will take a vote maybe in like 2 more circle times. Okay?
All right.
Bye
Bye.
everybody.